I'll divorce you, but I'm gonna need you to keep taking care of some things for me. I don't want you to get remarried, ever.
What? What on earth are you talking about?
You said you wanted to get divorced. Whatever made you say such a crazy thing, I'll never know. But if that's what you want, fine. I'm just letting you know my conditions.
Now which one of us is talking crazy?
You married me. Sometimes I think you've forgotten that.
I'd love to forget all about it if I can.
Oh, really? When a woman marries a man, she makes a lifetime commitment. Remember? To love, cherish, and obey till death do us part. You vowed to obey me for the rest of your life.
What year do you think it is? You aren't my lord and master.
It's romantic for a man to have that kind of commitment.
It's not romantic, it's chauvinistic.
A woman should know her place. It's what women are here for.
Sometimes I still can't believe you. You don't even really understand why I want to get a divorce, do you? I tried explaining it, but I don't think you get it at all.
Because you're selfish, wouldn't you say?
You won't lift a finger to help me with anything. Not the housework, not the childcare, not a thing. Plus, you leave all of your mother's care up to me too.
You're the wife, that's your job.
There is no point in being together when I have to do everything myself. I'd be so much happier on my own.
A woman asking her husband for a divorce, it is ridiculous enough. But the fact that you want to leave because you think you'll have fun is even worse. You are so spoiled.
Spoiled? What is spoiled about wanting to be happy?
You've completely forgotten your place as my wife.
You were a completely different man before we got married. You were so kind. You were always chivalrous. Ladies first. I really thought you were the kind of man that would care about how I felt. It's why I married you in the first place.
I'm not the kind of man that's gonna waste bait on a fish I've already caught.
Can't believe you changed this much.
I've got perfectly normal expectations. Marriage has always been this way. A woman serves her husband. You're the one that's spoiled.
Couldn't you at least have help with your mother? Even that much probably couldn't have saved us, but it would have been something.
You're trying to push the old hag off on me, huh?
She is your mother. I think it would make her happy, too.
She's a rotten old hag is what she is. She's so old that you could break her leg and she'd sleep straight through it.
You shouldn't talk like that about your own mother. Since your father passed, you're all she's got. She worked so hard to raise you by herself.
She spent all day working on construction sites, and she did night shifts at the local supermarket. She never cleaned up or put makeup on or took care of herself. I was always ashamed to be seen with her.
She did it for you. She was working herself to death to take care of you.
That's what parents do.
You should at least be grateful to the woman. She practically killed herself to give you a good life.
And that's why I expect my wife to take care of her now that she's old. If I wasn't grateful, I wouldn't have done that much.
Even though your mother always took such good care of you and she never asked for much, you can't even be nice about it?
Yeah, but it never amounted to a single penny for me. When the old bag finally makes her way to heaven, I'm selling her house. Then at least there's going to be some money from her.
How can you say something like that?
If it was you, wouldn't you feel the same way? Be honest now.
Don't say such stupid things.
Aha! I should have known. You're taking care of her so that you can get your hands on the house.
What are you even suggesting?
You're hoping Ma will pay you back with interest in her will when she dies.
I can't even understand you sometimes. You say the most horrible things.
A wife should want to take care of her in-laws for free. You shouldn't expect something in return. It's part of being a dutiful woman. When she dies, don't expect Ma to leave you any money.
You need to stop it. The more you talk like this, the more disappointed I am in you as a human being. You just make me want a divorce even more.
I already told you, didn't I? We can get a divorce, that's fine by me. But I expect you to keep handling your side of things. Sorry, but you'll need to keep taking care of my mother too.
Can you even hear yourself? I can't believe you. My name is Hannah. I'm 30 years old. I've been married for 3 years. I live with my husband, my mother-in-law, and my 1-year-old daughter, Bailey. I met my husband at work. He was one of the senior staff members there. He was always really kind to me, and he seemed like the kind of man that would make a really wonderful partner. He felt dependable, and I really thought I could count on him, so I married him. But little by little, he became domineering and cruel. He was a completely different man than the one I thought I knew. What's more, soon after our daughter was born, his mother took a terrible fall and suffered a serious fracture. She's never recovered, and from that point on, she was basically bedridden. My husband never helped me at all. He didn't help with keeping up the house, with raising our daughter, or with taking care of his mother. He's never changed a diaper, done a load of laundry, or made a meal for his mother, not once. Lately, he's told me he's working on his days off. He basically never comes home on the weekends anymore. I've been so frustrated and worn out, I couldn't take it anymore. I told him I wanted a divorce. I couldn't believe how he responded. I was too stunned to know what to say, so I let it go. That was a mistake because that's when things started getting really out of control. The situation just escalated.
You're pretty brave, showing up with divorce papers in your hand.
You said you were fine with us getting a divorce.
If I sign those papers, I want you gone. You leave my house the instant I put the pen down.
That is fine by me.
But you're going to be the one taking care of Ma, you got that?
Are you an idiot?
You dare call your husband an idiot?
If I'm gone, how am I supposed to take care of her?
You can still come over to take care of her.
I'm not a housekeeper or a nurse. I'm not going to do that.
It's your duty.
It was my duty. When we get divorced, it won't be my responsibility anymore.
I don't think so. Not when I have a hostage.
What are you talking about?
Obviously, I'm talking about Bailey.
What?
I am not giving up custody of her. You can leave if you want, but Bailey's gonna stay. If you want to see our daughter, then you're gonna do what I say and come over every day to take care of my mother.
What kind of person are you? Don't you have any decency? Who would use their own child like that? And you call yourself a father?
I'm her father, so I can do as I please. If she wasn't mine, it'd be a crime.
You're a horrible person. I am going to get custody of her.
Now you're talking like an idiot. You don't even have a job or your own place to live in. Do you really think you'll get custody?
I don't know, but I am not leaving Bailey with you. There's no way.
Then you've got no choice. You'll listen to what I say and you'll do as I ask.
So let me make sure I understand you completely. You're saying that even if we get a divorce, I have to come to your house every day?
Exactly. I'm not paying you any alimony, but you'd better come every day to look after my mom, my girlfriend, and my kid.
What?
What, do you have a problem with that?
It's not that. It's that I'm a little confused. You said girlfriend. What did you mean by that?
I meant exactly what I said. My girlfriend is my girlfriend.
You're having an affair?
Of course I am. All real men do. It's a natural part of life. It's my right.
Don't kid around about something like that.
I'm your husband, and as such, I'm your master. I can have as many girlfriends as I want. I could have a harem of girlfriends, and it would be my right.
I can't wrap my head around the way you think.
As my wife, you have some responsibilities. Keeping your mouth shut and taking care of any girlfriend I bring home is part of it.
I have never heard of such a thing.
When you became my wife, you also became my servant. You said the vows. You ought to remember them and take them seriously.
Are you okay? Did you hit your head? You seem to have forgotten what year it is. You're stuck a few 100 years in the past.
I'm just being honest. Or are you going to become my lover?
What? I don't understand what you mean by that.
If you want to be my girlfriend instead, I can get a new wife. She can wait on you and take care of you.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
By that logic, Is your wife a servant and your girlfriend someone you go out and have fun with?
Well, that about sums it up. Just being my wife should be enough. That is a position of honor.
I can't see that it's a position I'm very grateful to have anymore, but I think I finally see what you're trying to say.
It's about time you understand.
I don't think I'll ever be able to understand it, though.
It's because you aren't that clever. You may never really understand.
So, let's say you marry your girlfriend. She becomes your wife. She's going to be taking care of Bailey and your mother from then on. And if I then become your girlfriend, you and I are going to go on dates and have a good time. And when I need something, I can ask your wife to take care of it? That's the idea?
Yes, that's right. I've told you time and time again, that's a wife's role in life.
I feel like that's a pretty raw deal for your wife.
That's why wives exist, to serve. When you became my wife, you signed up for it.
Have you lost your mind? If I could, I would fly away and disappear. I have made up my mind. I don't want to be your wife anymore.
You earned your position as my wife. You're just gonna throw it away?
Let me sort some things out.
Like what?
First of all, your definition of a wife.
You still don't understand.
It's all a bit much.
You really aren't that clever. If you listened very closely to what I said, you couldn't go wrong.
Let me summarize it and see if I have it right. 1, a wife is her husband's servant. 2, a husband's parents and all their care is his wife's responsibility. 3, if a wife leaves her husband, she shouldn't get any child support. 4, a wife shouldn't just take care of her children, she should also take care of her husband's lovers. And 5, a woman should never remarry. Does that sound about right?
See? You do understand. It's just like I said, even if we get a divorce, nothing should really change much.
All right, I understand completely now.
I hope you're happy now. You got what you wanted. The divorce is being finalized. From now on, I expect to see you every day. Enjoy being a housekeeper. You understand what I'm telling you, right?
Not even the slightest bit.
How stupid can you be?
Speak for yourself. Did you really think I would be willing to do that?
Ah, so you've decided to be my girlfriend after all.
What gave you that idea?
Because you really don't have any other choice.
Why do you think I pushed the divorce proceedings back by 2 months?
I assume so that you could spend more time with me.
I cannot imagine what it is like to be inside your head. What an amazing fantasy world you must be living in.
That's not it.
Of course that's not it. I was gathering evidence of your affairs. Plus, I was a little worried about your mother. I wanted to make sure she was okay.
What are you talking about?
You said you had a girlfriend, and I believed you. But I had to be sure. I wanted evidence. I knew it could help me out in the long run.
Help you out? What is that supposed to mean?
If you were lying to me or trying to joke, it could be a problem for me. I was determined not to let you get custody of our daughter.
I'm her father.
You've never acted like her father a day in your life.
It doesn't matter. I'm her father and I have rights to her.
I'm just glad you told me you were having an affair. I hadn't even realized before.
That's because you're a fool.
Hardly. I was so busy with taking care of our baby, taking care of our home, taking care of your mother, taking care of everything. I never had time to think about anything else. You told me you were staying late with overtime and having to work on the weekends. I believed you.
Okay, so now you know. What's that got to do with anything?
I'm getting complete and full custody of Bailey. They're also going to award me alimony and child support.
What?
I've also found a good nursing home for your mother. She'll be taken care of.
A nursing home? Who exactly is going to be paying for that?
She's paying for it herself. The house we were living in was hers and it's being sold.
What now?
Your mother's name is still on the deed. It's her house. It always has been. She's been unsure if she should sell it before. But now that we're getting a divorce, it was time. It was her decision, and it's her right to sell it. I was there when she made the decision, and I think she's making the right call.
Don't mess with me. You think you can keep something like that from me? You think that you can just go behind my back?
I do. Your mother is also tired of you. You've been as cruel to her as you've been to me, and she's seen everything you've done to me too. She's going to disown you.
You're lying.
Oh, by the way, I sent that girlfriend of yours a screenshot.
Of what?
Isn't it obvious? Our WhatsApp chats.
You can send her anything you want. You can't hurt me with that.
Maybe not, but she certainly didn't seem too happy about it.
What do you mean?
When she saw what your idea of a wife is, she turned white as a ghost.
You actually met her?
I did. I sent her the screenshots while I was standing in front of her.
Seriously?
I'm sure she also wasn't pleased to know how much of your paychecks would be going to alimony and child support each month. But once she saw what kind of man you really are, she said she didn't want anything to do with you.
She really said that?
Yeah, she did. And I showed my closest friends too. I told them the real reason we're getting a divorce and showed them your messages. They know what your idea of a woman and a wife's role is now.
Wait, you showed that to everyone?
Not everyone, only my closest friends. But you know how things get around. There are bound to be rumors about it.
Your closest friends are people I still work with. I have to see them every day.
Yeah, I guess that's true. They were really surprised, you know. They all thought things were better between us. They remember how you used to treat me before we got married. They thought that's who you really are.
I hadn't caught you yet. You want to put on a good show when you're hunting a wife. You give someone your best to lure them in.
Well, welcome back to the real world. It's going to be interesting for you. Rumors about things like this always circulate fast.
I don't know how you managed this.
Your reputation at work is shot. Your mother's leaving you as well. You won't even have a house to go home to. Your girlfriend doesn't want anything to do with you ever again. All that's left is sorting out the alimony and the child support. Sounds like things are going to be tough for you.
I can't believe it. Don't you think you've gone too far? I've never done anything to you.
If you really believe that, then nothing I say can help you. There is no hope for you. Our lawyers can handle all the rest.
I've changed my mind. I don't want to get a divorce any longer. I want you to be my wife for the rest of my life.
What? Oh, calm down. Don't be ridiculous. I could never trust you. I don't even feel safe with you. I want nothing to do with you ever again.
Don't say that. I don't want to be alone. Don't leave me. I'm begging you, Hannah. Reconsider. Give me one more chance.
Goodbye.
Wait, please.
My ex-husband became the talk of the office. All of his female co-workers detested him after that, even some of the men. He could feel them glare at him, and no one was eager to help him anymore. He became so distracted that he started making one mistake after another. In the end, he couldn't take it anymore. He quit his job to get away from it all. He struggled to pay alimony and child support each month. He ended up in a lot of debt trying to make things work. He's working day and night on construction sites to make ends meet. He ended up in a dark little apartment. Hardly any light comes in, but there's plenty of noise from the neighbors. It seems he's living a pretty miserable life these days. My mother-in-law went into the nursing home, but they quickly saw she had a chance at rehabilitation. She started physical therapy, and little by little, she's gained her strength back. It's amazing to see the difference in her. I sometimes take my daughter to go see her. Once Bailey gets a little bigger, I think the three of us will take a little trip together. I think it would be good for all of us. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button for more great content.